Hi everyone, welcome back to my desktop. We haven't been here for a while, but don't worry, my recycle bin still has the same name. And with that out of the way, let's pull up our tier list. So I haven't done one of these for a while either, so we're gonna be doing a Sims 2 tier list today. It's a Pleasantview tier list, so we have all of the townies here in Pleasantview and we're gonna rank them. I've been playing a lot of Pleasantview off of camera lately in The Sims 2, so like I have a lot of fresh memories and a few maybe changed opinions. I do tend to talk about my relationships with all the Sims 2 characters kind of as I'm playing or like as I'm reviewing builds, but I've never actually sat down and done a tier list like this, so I'm kind of interested to see kind of where everything ranks up, because I do naturally like everything to kind of average out to. Okay, let's just get started. First up, we have Alexander Goth. I don't know, we're not really starting off strong here. Out of the whole Goth family, I think he's the weakest. He's a child when you start playing, and he ends up kind of being like a little bit of an annoyance for me, because the Goth family is already so busy. Mortimer's with Dina and Cassandra's with Dawn, like it's already kind of messy, right? And I never really have time to do anything other than to send him to school. So I'm gonna put him in D, I think. Oh dear, Angela Pleasant as well. So here's the thing about the Pleasant twins. I don't like the Pleasant household as a whole. In fact, I kind of combine the oldies and the Pleasants together, usually to play them faster. And when it comes to the twins, I definitely prefer Lilith, but I did come to like Angela a little bit. I played her in my university playthrough. If you missed it on stream, I played all the Sims 2 Pleasantview teens like going to university and graduating. And in fact, Angela almost didn't. She was the worst student of all. She rolled no wants to do homework or anything, so I definitely enjoyed her a little bit more than I used to. But in the grand scheme of things, in my heart, I think she's a D. I'm gonna put her at D for now. I'm gonna put her above Alexander though. Okay, getting into the good stuff, we have Bo Broke. I really like Bo Broke. He's always kind of like one of the Sims that I follow kind of as they grow up. Like I know you have to play all of them when you play rotationally, but I'm definitely more invested in some more than others. And both Dustin and Bo are very close to my heart. He's also kind of like an artistic prodigy. I usually have him do like ballet and painting. He's always on the xylophone as a kid. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Definitely an A tier, and I usually don't like the children's Sims like when I start playing, so that's kind of a little bit of a change. Oh dear, let's just get this out of the way. I'm gonna put Bella Goth in S tier, even though she's not even in Pleasantview. Her disappearance is like the basis for the whole plot of Pleasantview, and to some lesser extent, Stranger Town as well. And she's Bella Goth. Like I'm a Sims 1 player, so like I have been with Bella Goth since like the year 2000, and she's very close to my heart. So I guess that about does it for that. Let's go into Brandy Broke. So Brandy Broke was like my favorite Sim to play when I was a kid. Like I always played the Broke household first, and I always like made a mess of things because she always wants to have babies. She has no money, she has no job, she has no room for a baby, and yet I still decided to have twins for some reason. Like Brandy has a lot of cooking skills, so she can make cheesecake, and if you eat cheesecake when you're pregnant, then you have twins. And I knew that, and I did that all the time, so it's a little bit dichotomous for now, but I'm gonna put her in S tier as well. I'm actually gonna put her above Bella. I think Bella's in the bottom of S tier when it comes to Pleasantview, but in most other games, she would be up a lot higher. Now, Cassandra Goth, so this one's a little interesting. Sorry, my voice is getting dry. I'm drinking lemon water. But yeah, so I always kind of like 50-50 it with Cassandra. When I do her wedding for Dawn, I don't really do anything on purpose to make it fail or make it work. If she marries him and wants to have babies with him, then she does that. And then if he leaves her, then she goes off and marries Darren or something. But either way, I always play her and I love to play her. I'm gonna put her in S tier as well. Very nice. Okay, coming into Coral Oldie. So this is like, I don't dislike Coral Oldie, but if we're ranking her among everybody in the list here, she's not gonna be up very high. She's a really boring Sim. I'm just gonna put her in F tier. We don't have to talk too much about it, but it's like she's a boring old lady Sim, and like the only thing really to do with the oldies if you play them is to have a teenage kid, like adopt them or whatever, and you can't even do that without mods. You can only adopt children. But yeah, forget about it. I guess next up is Daniel Pleasant. Now Daniel's definitely the most interesting of all of the Pleasants. I think he's the most fun to play, and it's not just because he's a romance Sim. Of course, he starts off the story like really messy when he's with Kaylin, but in my game, like he got Brandy pregnant and stuff, and like made like all the other households a little messy too, so he worked out pretty good. I think I actually would normally put him as a C, but in my last playthrough, I grew to like him, so let's put him in B tier. Oh god, next up is Darlene Dreamer. I'm just gonna put her in F. Like she's already dead, so she doesn't really add anything. In fact, let's just find all the other ghost Sims. Darlene Dreamer is not Bella Goth, and quite frankly, neither is Michael Batchelor, who is Bella's brother, ironically. Yeah, I'm just gonna put them in F because they're kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Don't worry, we'll get to skip a little bit later. Okay, next up is Darren Dreamer. Okay, so like I never like playing Darren and Dirk. I think again, kind of like the Pleasants, they're just like on the more boring side for me. It's kind of like an easy version of Brandy Broke. It's like, oh, here's a single parent who's behind on bills, but he's got lots of skills and can make lots of money, and the kid's already a teenager, so you don't have to do anything, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put him in D tier tier. Like I definitely play him sometimes, and actually like more often when I play with Cassandra. Like if she ends up marrying him instead, then he's definitely along for her ride. But yeah, other than that, I usually just have him paint until he's dead. And sometimes he does the open for business thing so he can open up his own gallery. But yeah, coming into another golden child, we have my Dina Caliente. And judging by my excitement, I already know I love Dina, so I'm gonna put her in S tier. Should I put her above or below Brandy? I think childhood me would put her below Brandy, but adult me puts her above Brandy. I've said it before and I've said it again. She wants the money and she wants it now. And she's so fun to play. Like I remake Dina Caliente in every Sims game because she's not in The Sims 1. She's in Barnacle Bay in The Sims 3, and she's not in The Sims 4 either. Well, not really. So yeah, definitely putting her at the top. She might actually win this thing. I was just thinking, when am I gonna get a C tier? And here we are at Dirk Dreamer. So I'm putting him one space above Darren because of course, like you play him a little bit more because he's younger. I had fun with him in university. He was really like a top student. Now he's fixed up a car and he wants to make some money, so it's going pretty good for him. And of course, he's already dating Lilith, so like you end up having to play him anyway. At least if you like her. I do. I guess we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, coming into Dawn. I really like Dawn Lothario. I've always liked Dawn. Like I'm not really like a womanizer kind of style person, obviously, but I mean like when it comes to The Sims, I think it's a really fun play style. And Dawn, like with his womanizing ways, like he's just kind of built for that, and he's built around a really good story, so I always really have fun with him. And in fact, I'm having more fun with him than ever before because he's married to Cassandra right now. They have 5 kids. Actually, one of them isn't his. One of them's Darren's, but he's cheated on her with everybody. Okay, coming into Dustin Broke, this is actually an interesting one. I would normally say S or A tier, but after like my last playthrough, I'm getting a little bit more bored with him. Like as I learn new Sims and like get to appreciate others, then other ones are gonna fall. And in fact, like I kind of have him and Angela moved into an apartment, and they're a little bit ahead because of the age gap and like the university and everything. So now I have to leave them for 2 seasons, and I'm not really that disappointed. So I don't know, B or C. Actually, he's definitely better than Dirk. I'm gonna put him in B, but below Daniel Pleasant. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Okay, we have Miss Boring Jennifer Burb. I think she's definitely the most interesting of the 3 Burbs. You'd think I'd like Lucy, but I like Jennifer a little bit better. But as a whole, I just think like the family is just that extra bin family. And if I didn't have OCD tendencies, then I probably wouldn't play them at all. Oh well, she's going in C tier. And while we're at it, why don't we just put John in D? I normally like family Sims, but I don't like John. He's just kind of like dumpy, dopey, and just like he's a family Sim, but he already has like a child. And if they have more kids, then Lucy's already a teenager. It's helpful for taking care of them, but it's not really helpful for the story. Okay, coming into Lilith. I love Lilith. She is the like neglected, abused child of my dreams. Love her. I fight for her, and I just hope that she does the best in life. She's not an S tier, but I really enjoy her. I had her study drama in university, and she started drama too, and it was just so much fun. Yeah, well done, Lilith. I think that she's definitely the best of the Pleasants so far. I know I said Daniel earlier, but I forgot about Lilith and how much I like her. Okay, going into Lucy. Lucy Burb, again, just like one of the kids. I don't really like her, and like once she grows up into a child and teen, she's all right. I don't know. I'm not gonna put her in F, I don't think. I'm gonna put her in D. I'm gonna put her above her father. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put her above Darren as well. And in fact, above Alexander. I like her better than Alexander even though he's a goth. Okay, Mary Sue Pleasant. See, the thing is, I feel bad for Mary Sue. See, the thing with Mary Sue, like if I had empathy, then I would definitely empathize with Mary Sue. But you know what? The thing is, at the end of the day, like she's made her own bed kind of, and now she needs to lie in it. Like it's not your fault if someone cheats on you, but it is your fault if they keep cheating on you and you keep forgiving them and taking them back for more. And sometimes she wants to leave and sometimes she doesn't, right? But anyway, you know what? At the end of the day, she's just one of those ladies that gets aged up and then dies. I'm gonna put her above Jennifer and Dirk, but I'm not gonna put her above C. Okay, we have Mortimer Goth, and I know I love playing with Mortimer, but that's really only because I love playing with Dina, and he's just like the money path for her. I like playing Mortimer a lot in The Sims 1, but not as much in The Sims 2, and he always like dies relatively soon after anyway. Not too soon, but he is an elder, right? I don't know, but he's always kind of kicking around too. I saw Cindy, like Pleasant Sims, do a Let's Play of Sims 3 Pleasantview, and Mortimer stuck around and got Brandy pregnant and stuff, and I really liked that storyline, but it's never really happened for me. So I'm gonna put him at the bottom of B tier. Oh yay, we have Nina Caliente. So I love Nina as well, but she's definitely my lesser favorite of the 2 twins. The thing with Nina and Dina is that they usually come as a package, right? So like I love playing with Nina. Again, she's kind of like a female Dawn, but she's not really as mean as him. Like I don't think that she like means to break everyone's heart. I think she's just looking for love and sloppy around with it, right? And I do like playing her, and it's nice to have a female romance sim too, because like I don't like all my romance sims being male, and that seems to be what happens to me a lot of the time. I'm gonna put her at the bottom of A tier. Oh no, Skip broke. I know I was gonna put him in F tier kind of just because he's dead already, but I'm gonna put him in D tier just because he has that little bit of a backstory with the Brokes. And I know it looks like our last one, but I know that there's somebody missing, and we'll talk about him at the end. See, I like Kaylin Langerak, but she's not really like a townie. Like, she's a maid that you can possibly have at your house, but she doesn't live in the world or anything, right? Like, you can marry her and stuff, so I guess it's okay. But when I hire a maid, I always get a guy, and like I always have Don hire a maid, either because he's lazy or because he's with Cassandra, and I always get some gay guys, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, back to Kaylin. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put her at the top of C. I like Kaylin a little more than Mary Sue, actually. And yeah, coming to the end, I noticed that we don't have Herb Oldie for some reason, and we don't have the unborn baby Broke either. So for the baby Broke, I would put at a B, and for Herb, honestly, I would stick him in F with Coral. I'd put him above Coral though, because he's a romance sim. So once in a while, he gets up to no good and breaks her heart, and that's a little bit interesting. But yeah, that pretty much does it for our tier list. What did you guys think? Have you ever actually thought about which Pleasant Sims you like the most? I always say like my favorites, but like I don't really think about it either. And in fact, I probably said like my favorite is a different one. Like I'm sure at some point I said my favorite was Dina. I'm sure at sometimes I said it was Brandy or Cassandra. But in fact, I love a lot of these Sims, and I ended up playing with most of them anyway because The Sims 2 is so rotationally motivated. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for some more Sims content. And yeah, let me know, like, do you like tier list videos like this? I usually don't like to do this kind of simpler content. I'm not sure if it really suits my style or anything, but I do like doing them, and I figure if I'm gonna do them, I was actually gonna do this one by myself, but I thought, what's the point? I may as well film it for a video. And as always, you can let me know down below any other video ideas. I'm always open to suggestions. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next one. Boom.